All right, so Tassin, definitely where you expect him to be on the T side here. He's ready to take point, going into the B apartments. We take a look at Innocent, spotting out middle, still not seeing anything, jumping to see underpass, just missing the two players that are down there. As a nade will go in from Oscarish, and well, some players retreating. There's Innocent. He's going to get boosted in on Taps, and will take him down out of the window.
Yeah, nice little shot there. Tapson, of course, is one of a select bunch of some of the best pistolers in the world. There's me who landed a USB headshot. Notices the noise coming through to his right-hand side. Can't get anything done. Struxy connects with the frag of his own and opens up the site nicely. Couple players are fairly low from Penta, but they have the strength and numbers mentality. Sparrow's the last player coming up short. He's going to get caught from Speedy. Great round for Penta. And, well, I was saying before, they need that knife round. Well, it slipped away. And by knife, I mean pistol, because I'm a scrub.
I was like, when knife rounds, we've been casting too much CEVO main, maybe.
It's like, hold on a second.
Knives are more likely to slip. I see the logic. But I wonder if that boost in the window was orchestrated or if it was just kind of off the cuff, because it looked like they were going to show the bomb in B and then have two people in underpass lead the rush through connector as people have been known to do, go B with the bomb and then just leave all these footsteps behind and run through underpass into connector. But I think they made maybe a slight adjustment mid-round. Ended up being very nice, killing the window player and then also splitting B.
All right. So smoke going down at the connector. You can see Penta once again getting that mid control. Spitty's working himself out of pounds. Lord playing pretty close to ramp and Innocent back by the ticket boost. So that's the setup at A, and you've got Sparrow just watching that vent from window room, and also Mihu and Oscarish doubling up on B right now, kind of stacking both of the sites a little bit, two players on each, and it'll be actually Lord that finds the first shot. He'll bring down Spitty.
Yeah, again, you see how huge crosshair placement is in these kind of confrontations with pistols. It was absolutely perfect, but here comes Sparrow with a deagle as well. The bomb's been planted, so the terrorists don't have to go searching for the CTs just yet, but the issue is that there's more players on the CTs, make that suddenly the confrontation going back into an even affair. 2-on-2. Oscarish is your last remaining player with the P250. He knows roughly where Tabson is, does connect the shot onto him, looks for the second onto Crystal. But instead, I would say this is a smart play, just saving the AK-47. He has no defuse kit, no way of defusing that bomb. And we'll keep this going for Lounge Gaming, but they are going to concede their second round.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a win for them coming away with this AK. Super expensive round for Penta. They really did get the most out of it here. Yeah, Penta did end up getting the bomb down, which is going to make up some of the cost. But if we look at some of their players, they don't have enough for their full AK armor buy. Now, Lounge might have the option here to actually force up once again, knowing that it was a 1v1, or could just save knowing they can buy again and still be one away from a save versus Penta. And it looks like they're going to take door number 2.
Yeah, Lounge Gaming, I think only one player actually went for armor and pistol on the last round. It was just some upgraded pistols, so to come away with an AK, and I think Oscarish either bought armor this round or had some last time, has that AK armor, so a decent chance here to do some damage and maybe even get another AK.
The other interesting point is they know that they can... Oh, whoa. They know... Candle in the chat for Tapson.
Yep. Tapson down.
They know that they can... They know they can also force... Whoa. They know they can also force Penta to buy up whatever they can, because since it was a 1v1, they have to be worried that a force buy might happen. So that's actually causing them to buy less nades. And someone actually had to come away with no AK. Speedy only has a Tech 9.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I think that was Crystal, wasn't it, that threw the AK up?
Yeah, he did. It's actually a retrievable spot, but I guess...
But you got to notice it, right? That's going to be the harder part. I think you can just jump E and definitely get it if you get boosted.
Should be another clear-cut round, though, here for Penta. I guess it's really just a case of how much damage can Lounge Gaming inflict before the round ends, again, really.
Speedy gonna go for this gun.
Is he trying to go get the one in middle again?
Wait, is he not?
I don't know. I mean, I wonder if Crystal even communicated that, like if they didn't see it.
Oh, 10-second defuse, please.
Lord's not on the bomb. He's still waiting, trying to cause some damage. Has an AK, would probably even want to survive. And he will not be able to do so. Struxy pushes him from the other side. Had he went a little faster, he actually might have got away. I think Speedy was waiting in the window, though. Maybe watching Catwalk.
Yeah. It looks like isn't that Oscar from...
What?
what's the show? I totally forgot.
I don't know. Oscar from what?
Oscar from
Sesame Street?
Sesame Street.
Oscar the Grouch?
Oscar the Grouch in Lord's picture.
I don't think so. Maybe. If anything, that's the Cookie Monster in Lord's
the
picture.
Cookie. Oh,
but
my
like
goodness,
a
never
thinned
mind.
down, like possibly, you know,
got the
dealing
colors
in
wrong.
the Mafia. The Cookie Mafia, Cookie Monster is what that kind of looks like.
The Cookie Mafia.
Don't mess with that. Yeah.
I'm so lost. I never watched Sesame Street.
You never watched Sesame Street?
Well, it was definitely
Maybe.
it was a purely like American thing.
Right.
It was literally developed for like children in inner city America to like watch TV and somehow be educated by it.
Well, that was awkward. Do you guys catch that in
That
the mid?
middle, that spray down, yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a glass cannon not coming into this round for Sparrow, so he's only got a flashbang. I think that may have been picked off of the corpse of his teammate, but there he has, landed himself the shot onto Crystal. So I'm kind of putting a little bit of a question mark there for him, and he has delivered. 40 seconds left. Bomb's just been picked up by Speedy. Looks like it's going to head to B with the rest of his team. There are 2 CTs waiting for him, though, with a pretty good crossfire down. So this is going to be a rough one for Penta Sports, and a much-needed round for Lounge Gaming. And Tarson is going to get the entry onto Mihu. That's going to open up things nicely. Speedy lands the shot onto Oscarish. Oh my goodness, I was absolutely certain that Lounge Gaming had this one covered, but as it stands, another bomb plant, another 2v2.
Yeah, still no kick coming in on the retake. They're not too far away. Sparrow, though, with an op. There's Lord. He's been spotted, and Sparrow's actually going to fall. Struxy takes a look through that window into the market, and Lord extremely flashed. Might just be deciding to back off. We'll take one more peek out, and yep, that's going to be it. We'll have to run away. So Penta Sports on the T side here of Mirage, taking 4 rounds in a row. Lord, though, not quite done yet. Still wants to cause some damage, so it looks like a little less concerned about saving this gun. I mean, they are broke. What does really one rifle do in your next round? Kind of unlikely to save it 2 times in a row, but well, little do they all know they're right next to each other.
Still a 2v4 that Penta did come away with. Yeah, it really did seem like that round was over with, and then they got 2 entries in B, and that is the beauty of T side, is that you are pretty much 2v2 versus the site. If you hit your first shots, then you can get a bomb down, and an after plant is just as much hell, especially with the damage that wasn't done. Penta barely took any damage going on that site, so that was really nice from them.
I think it was Tarson that got the first entry frag. Absolute beast mode for him. And not a lot of utility as well in the 2v2 retake for Lounge Gaming, so it just went horribly wrong very quickly. And here's another eco. I guess almost a deco in the sense they got 3 deagles, but they do have an M4, of course, and a 5.7 as well. You have the potential to land some huge headshots and bring this back in their favor, but the way things have been going, you'd expect Penta to just put the foot back down again. Innocent will pick up the first frag. Was unable to reclaim the weapon, however, as it was in the smoke, and he has to back away. And Tassin again with another entry frag. Innocent tries his luck for the second time. He gets put down with a long-range 1 deag, and then he gets traded out as well, and these trades will, of course, favour Penta. Although, because they've been losing so many players in these rounds, they haven't really managed to rack up a big economy just yet. They're still around the 1,000, 2,000 mark. So there's a chance for Lounge, if they can start to get some rounds on the board, like they could force Penta into 4 spies or ecos.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, they just have to survive the late rounds, which they have shown that they can get the early picks. Penta even took the risk of dry peeking middle, like with rifles on that previous round, knowing, I suppose that Lounge Gaming weren't opping, and they were correct about it, but traded 1 for 1 on the window. As long as they don't give up that early opening pick and can hold their sight, they should have no problem. Here's that full AX, keep the pressure on early.
Oh, but look at Sparrow peeking off the top of the stairs super quick into A ramp. Lord is actually playing... Oh, no, he's got an M4. Sorry, I thought he had the auto sniper. So he's playing balcony with an auto sniper, and actually Tassin unable to spray him down. Maybe a bit of a blunder. Probably should have had that kill. And Oscars, where did he go with that Scar 20? He took it over to B as Struxy will find Lord, so the trade comes in, but it's still Penta, a man down, and Sparrow will deliver another blow. He takes down Struxy, taps and moving into jungle, also taken out by the repeat of Innocent, and Oscars chiming in and showing that, hey, we have a Scar 20.
I wonder if they should have thrown their smokes that round, because Well, I mean, they had to anticipate someone standing on stairs and peeking down into A ramp, and I think that was kind of a counter tactic. Penta maybe supposed that they would be given some time, knowing that they usually go for default and that they could take it slow up A ramp, and decided to change that tempo to keep their game fresh, and it ended up not working out so well. Lounge Gaming were pretty aware on that round.
And here's the issue we were talking about before with Penta losing so many players in previous rounds. They're into 2 AKs with a couple of pistols, and there's the auto sniper going to town. Oscarish with 2 frags, looking for a third, can't no scope, but the rest of the CTs are there. Tassin is making this one also economically damaging though, and if he can pick off another kill or 2, this could be a mini victory to Penta Sports. So it's important for him to do something else. But there's Sparrow with the grenade from short, I think that was. Oh no, my apologies. It was from apps. Yeah. Still low. Look at this, 3 ranged weapons for Lounge Gaming.
Yeah, that is huge. It's always easy, and there are so many rotator spots on this map that are also very effective for holding sights down, that it's easy to keep these guns in the right hands, whether it be you dying and your teammate picking it up, or just saving it completely. And that's why it's really nice that, and there's so many long areas, and there it is. Wow. The kind of crossfire from, or the cone fire from window and connector to top mid. You hear that shot ring off and you're like, okay, time to peek.
But wait, it's a trap. However, Tassin and Speedy finding 2 kills. There's Sparrow to continue the slaughter with these scoped weapons. One of them was lost, and I don't know, I think 3 was maybe a bit greedy, but no, they'll go right back into it. Lord did find it resting on the stairs to underpass. And you got to wonder, like, this is a pretty big investment back on round 6. You know, they're trying to make an adjustment. They pull out an up and an auto sniper on the round. Had they lost, they would have been so broke. But I guess it was the adjustment they needed. They've actually built a bit of an economy now behind this, and they still retain those ops. How much longer will it work? Well, that's what we're here to find out.
Oh, nice. The re-peek in the window.
Man, that's going to hurt Lounge Gaming, but you can see Miyu tries to come out and does do a bit of damage himself, 2 frags in as many seconds. That will stabilize this round somewhat for Lounge Gaming, but as you can see at the top, 5-3, they've got a long way to crawl back if they want to take the lead in this one. On the favorable side as well of the CTs.
Ostrich got so much info there, spotted both players, the bomb.
He did indeed. It's important as well for Lounge Gaming to make sure they don't make the same mistake twice in another 2 versus 4. Last time it was this situation, Penta did get the round somehow, though Tassin was alive and now he's dead, so maybe Penta aren't going to be able to repeat history. That being said, Struxy has picked off the frag onto Mihu, and with Oscarish so low, if he falls down, things would have got really sketchy, but he does land the auto sniper frag, and with 40 seconds, they've heard the last terrorist pushing on through. That's going to be Speedy. He's picked up the first kill. He's been the star player for Penta recently. Can he go one better? Smoking out. Unfortunate lands off a little ledge on the ground and gets AWP down from Innocent, but Penta still did manage to pick up 3 kills.
Yeah, actually it was an extremely close round there. If he did get that kill, it's hard to say exactly what would have happened beyond that. Now Penta really low. Actually, Lounge Gaming have even though been on a couple of saves themselves this half, have earned themselves a couple of saves from Penta. And it's always a losing battle as long as you're trading 1 for 1 on the CT side. But if they can change the momentum and wow, come away with a very strong round here, they're going to have a buffer for the next round. They're going to be in the lead as well.
He can't be stopped. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You will be, mate.
He has been holding down. You want some?
I'm scared to go to this next LAN. I think Launders and Metuz are going to hurt me.
How Vince introduces himself to us every time we talk, because you want some, mate?
I'll be like the only English guy. Well, actually, that's not true, right?
No, you will not be the only English guy, more than likely.
Oh, there's going to be Davis.
Oh, that's sudden scrub.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. People are like,
Full
who's
fight
Davis?
for both teams.
Yeah, coming into another rifle round, and it's tied up. 5 rounds in a row to Lounge Gaming when it was looking like they were almost pretty much dead and buried. They come fighting right back, completely reanimated here in the next 5 rounds. Mihu finding so many kills over this catwalk. Honestly, the mid-control, setting up these cone fires, as you called it, Launders, with the ops, and also having, you know, a rifle support, push out cat, push out the connector. They've been getting so many kills early on in the round in the middle. It's pretty much decided most of these rounds in the last few seconds, although some efforts, like Speedy in the last one, did almost bring it down to a 1v1 that could have went either way. But again, it's looking like Lounge Gaming will have another round and take the lead here for the first time in this game.
The most you can do is get connector control if you want to execute at mid.
Dude, Sparrow's
Very
been on
careful.
fire.
He's been solid, yeah, absolutely. We were kind of questioning him as well coming into this game. What would he be able to bring? Oh, what a shot from Crystal, though.
Oh my god.
And there's a player down in underpass, by the way, who's really low. So if he lands that shot, I was going to say, if he lands that shot, it takes us down to a 1v1. But very smart from Lounge Gaming, pinstering in, realizing the weakness. And they do, as Joey highlighted before, take the lead for the first time in this matchup. And really salvaging this half, I've got to say, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have still the option for the 10 rounds. So, like, they went down, 5 in a row. But if they come away with 10, it looks like they had a strong half overall. But, man, I just want to say, I love watching Crystal clutch. I think he just comes alive when he's alone on a map and just makes such interesting plays.
It's like, oh, finally, my team's dead. I got some room to work with now. Let's go. Yeah, that off shot was pretty ridiculous. Although Innocent was certainly announcing his presence, just spamming that auto sniper on top of Ticket. But into another round, and the nature of the T side, hey, they've lost so many, so they're never really without weapons. You can see they are making some sacrifices here. Tech-9's for utility, really only Struxy with a full buy that you'd want on the T side. Let's see what they can do. The mid-control, it's gone a bit more to the T side this time. They've got up Cat, they've got into the connector. Tapson's actually in a fantastic spot. He knows that Mihu, wants to kill those people in connector, so he takes full advantage of that. But there's Innocent shutting him down. Sparrow before that found a kill onto Tassin. 4-on-3 in favor of Lounge Gaming. Struxy evens it up. Lord still playing on the balcony, and Sparrow still hitting op shots. Struxy spotted, 22 HP, cannot hold up against those bullets, and now it's Crystal with room to work.
Down to himself again. This is where he's at his most potent, potentially. He doesn't have the ult this time, though, and a distinct lack of grenades as well, so it's going to come down to the next frag for me. If he can land this onto Oscarish, not only does it open up the site, almost guaranteeing this bomb plant, but then we got the 1-on-2 retake. He runs out there with the bomb. He does get spotted and tagged. That grenade's landing right next to him. Would the spray, can't get anything, and Oscarish will put him down. Again, that was one of those situations where just unfortunate timing for Crystal.
Yeah, it was very close. But Lounge are winning mid like every single round. Penta are going for cat control. They're getting one ladder room. They're getting 2 in connector. They're smoking out window. And they're running down mid. And even with all that happening, Lounge are still able to win mid. They're sometimes able to deal with Mihu when he wants to get aggressive on cat. He's the type of player who really hates not having information. And is so good that he can peek in a kind of unfavorable angles and still get the trade. What? Strux gets that kill to Tech-9. Hashtag things that should never happen. Because I think he got dinked as well. But there are the smokes over.
That was funny.
By that grenade.
Yep. I like this bird's eye view here. And the skybox has disappeared. The darkness settles over Mirage, but somehow it is still bright. Sounds like some ancient prophecy. As the CT's retaking here from their own spawn, it is just Speedy up in Palace. And keep in mind, Terrorists did plant the bomb, kind of more or less what they set out to do, so it will be defused, but Penta getting some more money. And well, now having lost 8 in a row, they really need to just get maybe one more round here.
Who's that? Who?
Penta. Like, they've given up so much momentum. If this ends 10-5, and they lose pistol or something, like, that'll be pretty drastic. It'll definitely be easy for Lounge to close it out, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. Sorry, what were you going to say?
My worry for Lounge, though, is that whenever we've watched them during Launders over the last few weeks, they've typically had pretty strong CT sides, but where they've really struggled is on their T half. And as we called before, like, mid control's been solid for them. He's been getting a lot of picks with his M4, also a couple of nice shots from Sparrow. Are they going to be able to turn that on when they're, the roles are reversed and they're on the T side, and it's a case of them having to aggress rather than play the defense? That's the concern for me right now, because Penta are a very strong CT side themselves on this map.
So then, that is, if they have 10 rounds, is that like the solid half they needed, or if they don't push it to like 11-12 mark, is that when they just start appear to be like, losing games they shouldn't?
Yeah, for me, I think maybe Lounge Gaming would have needed 11 rounds here. which often isn't the case on Mirage, but against Penta, I think that could be a real issue. But they may not even get 10 rounds, right? Like, they've gone 1-for-1 in this round. They have 2 long-range weapons. The smoke's coming down. This is normally the nightmare of ranged weapons because you're going to be forced into trying to retake with those. But Mihu is taking the initiative, pushing through the smoke, picks himself off the frag onto Tabson. Innocent's there. Good guy Innocent saving the life of his teammate, but Crystal puts him down as well. 2-on-2. Crystal adds another shot, and now it's all down to Struxy. He gets caught from Mihu. Will be a clutch, but only just for Lounge Gaming.
Yeah, very good sign for them. Definitely the player to watch there. But there were so many cool things we saw in those few moments. You know, this really is a team game. Yeah, Mihu was able to shine in that moment, but only because Innocent got that important frag when they were hunting him. As they flashed theirs, and they had Crystal and one other player push around to kill Mihu. Innocent was right there in the connector to save his ass, and after he dropped in the sandwich and clutched that 1v2, it wouldn't have been possible without that. So, a really good cover from his teammate there on that round.
Yeah, and Crystal picked up 4 kills for Penta, and they still drop that round. That's gotta hurt. They lose it in that clutch, although Struxy, when it came to the 1v1, had almost no chance. I mean, of course, the bomb was planted, but he had 4 HP and was kind of stranded trying to fall back from triple box. So that was going to be tough, and I'm surprised we haven't seen some more either Crystal going for op battles or just more smokes and set plays. Maybe look towards B where there probably will be an op when you're running 3 ops, but like the crossfire or the cone fire of 2 op setup won't be as dangerous as middle or maybe going to A. And it looks like they're finally doing it now. Oscarish does take a shot in the leg or through the wall, and Tassim will finish him off with a shot to the face. Mihu on catwalk will fall, and it looks like finally Penta may have just broken through to find their 6th round. They've got themselves in a 5-on-3 post plant, and Tassin will go further to take down Sparrow. Finally, Innocent brings down Tassin, but Tapson lurking around catches Lord in rotation now. Only Innocent. And this is going to be difficult.
A clip.
Yeah. Clip of the month, maybe the year, if he's able to do this one.
He also had, I think it was Tabson coming up behind him as well through jungle.
Tabson was lurking.
His days were numbered. 9-6 for me is not good enough for Lounge, but who knows? Maybe they're going to pull off a really sick T-half and surprise me.
Yeah, maybe you'll change your prediction after the pistol.
Nice.
No, that doesn't happen around here. We make predictions at the start, not after the pistol in the second half.
No, it's after first round of the second half.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Oh.
I was being sarcastic.
I didn't know. I can't tell with you.
You just got shut down.
You felt like a psychopath voice. So like,
That's
you
me.
can never really tell if you have like no inflection.
If I'm gonna murder you or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't tell if Helium likes me. Oh, I'll answer the question, Launders. I don't.
Can't tell if he's lying.
Yeah, right. Alright, so waiting on one more player to go here. And I mean, that was a big streak. This goes along to what we've been talking about a lot. Launders, of course, brought up the point not too long ago, but Metuz and I have kind of kept it alive in the last couple games we've cast. It's like after that one team wins so many rounds in a row, it's just bound to happen that the team that's been losing will find one near the end. And, well, it's exactly what happens here.
Did you have a name for that theory, Launders?
Yeah, you gotta name it.
Well, maybe you can help me with a name.
Yeah,
I think
we can work on it.
I think maybe in part it's due to, like, I don't think it's just random. I think it's just a little bit of lack of being able to reinvent yourself when you're having a really good half. Like, because it becomes easier and easier to adapt to a team when they keep winning because you know what they're going to do. So unless you change your game plan and then have another game plan that also works, you're more than likely to lose a round. And then that, and also, you know, maybe getting lazy because you're so far ahead. So I don't know. Maybe you can think of a good word for that.
I'm sure we can come up with one.
Oh, wow. Crystal getting caught while jumping. And now everyone just going to try to jump out of these windows through that smoke. Tassin and Spitty teamed up to bring down Lord, but Mihu pushing to bench is taken out by Tassin. Innocent again, the last one up at the B site, just how he ended the last half. Now flipped around just a little bit as he's the terrorist all alone. And a 1 versus 3 tries to go to that Glock burst magic, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. And he'll play some time, but I don't know. I mean, he's hoping someone will make a mistake and try to peek him. Tassin's was giving him a bit of a window for a second. Now Tapson's jumping up and peering out. They must have spotted each other at that point. It's not like Innocent can do anything without that bomb, so
Yeah, it would be more the mistakes of Penta this round if they lost from this position than Innocent pulling off something crazy. Like, a 3-on-1, Innocent's this low, there's no chance he should win this. The bomb's down in a horrible place, the positions of Penta are spot on, and there we go. Comfortable round in the end.
Surprisingly, like, Innocent comes out with 2 entries and then they still actually lose. I think it was a complete 3v5 right after the first 2 entries from Innocent. It's at that moment, you know, you feel like you have it locked up, and then it all goes away, all the hope goes away. But that was a crucial round, definitely for Lounge. If Lounge is not to show up this half, and that's a good start to a second round. I think the only thing better than winning a pistol round is winning the force up on the second. So I'm not going to say it's going to happen. Penta look very prepared for this. They've got 3 Falmuses. They're not. I think they're fully anticipating a force.
Crystal's gone down though, as Sparrow took him out with a deagle, and Sparrow's gonna find another onto Tapson.
Just seeing like
the deagles have been on. We've seen some nice 1-digs from both sides.
Yeah, it looked like Tapson had that locked up before we switched off him.
Turns out the FAMAS is terrible.
Oh yeah.
Newsflash. I don't know. I pretended to like it for a long time, but it's actually just might be the worst gun in the game.
I think it really shines on Mirage, where it's like everything's so far away. I don't know if it's the damage drop off, but I think up close, I guess it stands a chance. But
and the first shot accuracy just seems really bad. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's just what it feels like to me.
I mean, to be honest, I'd take the FAMAS over the Galil any day of the
Yeah.
week.
So,
oh well, that's for sure.
well, you saw me
Yeah.
playing last night, Metuz on Cash with the Galil. Oh my god, I was so mad.
It's almost like the Tech 9 versus the 5.7, but the Falmus is nothing like a 5.7. So
Yeah, I don't know. They're in a weird place. I kind of wish Burst Fire was a bit more viable to... Because, like, in the description, it's like, Burst Fire gives you an advantage at range. It's just, like, so not true. Like, why you lie to me, you know?
I think Kiko uses burst fire
Does he actually?
on the Falmus. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just need to use it more and maybe get used to it.
Maybe you need
but
to watch, subscribe, and donate to Hiko's stream.
That's probably it. I'll make a $5 donation. Hiko, can you tell me the secrets of the Galil?
Crystal,
Crystal wowing us once again.
marry me.
That was easy.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for 1-digs. He did get wrecked himself. I think that was off a deagle as well of Innocent, so I guess live by the sword, die by the sword. But it's all on Lord, and he can't do anything with his P250. So Penta win the pistol, take the next couple rounds, bring us back to even. This is where I start to get a bit worried for Lounge. This is their first AK round. But are they going to be able to execute those strats? We did discuss this kind of at the start as well when we were talking about Lounge Gaming's poor performances recently. I personally think it may be coming down to a lack of strats or leadership issues. I'm not entirely sure, but this is going to be another chance for us to see if they can turn that opinion round. I've got an open mind, guys. I'm waiting.
Yeah, me too. I really, I just kind of skipped the prep because I just have no idea what their T-set looks like after you mentioned that, Metas, because I am used to seeing them just be very good at Mirage on both sides and haven't really seen them play with this lineup and struggle. So I'm curious. But so far it's a straight up default and they have top mid, so best they can do is escort to kind of closet here and maybe do some kind of connector split.
I mean, this was certainly a good
Mihu doesn't have
map.
any smokes, and yeah, Innocent has 1 smoke. So that's either cat or window.
I mean, the bomb's gearing up to A, so got 2 at Palace, or sorry, 1 at Palace, 2 at Ramp, and the other's out at middle. Oh, just not quite spotted. Mihu was so close to death, but ends up with the kill. It just went unnoticed. Tapson finds Sparrow, will flash out, and that smoke that came down on the A connector on the CT side, Tapson will be taken down through. So it looks like Lounge on this T side working it very, very slowly. Didn't even really have that much of a confrontation at the A site. Still managed to kill everybody.
Oh, they were, Penta were just about to force them into have an execute, and at that very moment, they got 2 frags. Mihu got his very important pick on Crystal, which Crystal, I think with the way Lounge were coming up, they weren't going to throw full smoke, so Crystal might have been able to just op people crossing, but Mihu dealt with him which is some really good reaction time. Like, yeah, Crystal kind of creeped into the window slowly, but if he didn't hit those couple of bullets, Crystal would have 100% capitalized there. So that was not, I don't think, a very easy trade to come across.
Yeah, I wouldn't even expect it to be likely to happen again once you get Crystal with that op out. So it might be some more smokes required to gain the mid control instead of just getting over to the right side from Crystal's perspective.
It's a pretty important round, though, for Lounge Gaming to make sure they do at least convert this. Now, they've got a chance. Penta are weakened. They're vulnerable. They do have 5 players to 4, but of course the weaponry heavily stacked in Lounge Gaming's favour. 4 AKs starting to maneuver their way onto the A side. Mihu taking point with the bomb does have a bit of a support there in the sense of Oscarish. I can see from the over-the-top view that 2 players towards Connector. Speedy's one of them. Tabson's the other with a deagle. Spots 2 players scurrying through. That's the information. That's a key frag. He will be exchanged out, but now the CTs are able to just smother onto the A site and try and force off the terrorist aggression. Innocent peeks around the corner. He's going to take down Speedy. The aim punch was real. But again, it's Tarson who comes back with a frag. They try and fake out the bomb to throw out CTs, but they're taking so much damage. And now it's all on Oscarish. What can he do in this 1 versus 3? The answer is nothing. And Penta take the round. And I said before, Lounge Gaming desperately needed that.
Oh man, I'm not sure what happened there. They
The deagle.
The Deagle set it off, and then it was just all picks. Do you think they should have? Do you think they should have thrown full smokes there, Metuz?
Yeah, I feel like maybe they pushed in a bit too aggressively without using their utility. They had quite a lot in their back pocket, right? So yeah, I feel that definitely would have helped matters onto stairs or connector and try and force off the CTs into a bit of a bottleneck. That's where Lounge Gaming would have had the advantage, but still take nothing away from Penta Sports. Like, they connected the shots. That's really all they could do in that situation.
I feel that if you're going A, like you at least have to smoke off something. You've either got to smoke CT and fight the stairs jungle, or smoke CT and jungle with the smoke that actually goes off in jungle and just fight at the stairs of the connector. Smoke everything. It's not like that really gives anything away. Like, oh, they're smoking in A. Like, I mean, everyone knows the standard 3 smokes that would, I think, have helped them even going against more or less that full eco. And yeah, like you said, Tapson's on for the ace right here. He's going to be taken out by Mihu, and Mihu will find another. So quickly with 2 frags, they'll have to jump up on Tetris, play a quick little game to grab that bomb. But actually not even worried about that for right now. He still wants to find some more frags. He's got time on the clock. He's working his way. Just missing a person in jungle. We will spot him, miss the shot, but Speedy and Tassin were both right there to take him down. So Penta with another one.
What a hold from Tabson. Just 4 kills. A flash from his teammate to help him out to get that 4th one, or a 3rd one, but just nice shots all around. Just locked it down. I mean, he played that default block spot, which is just very, very nice. Like, there's a lot you can do from there. It's really hard to kill you. Ultimately you will have to be traded out because you can't run, out into spawn. But from that spot, if you can get 2 kills, that's where you want to put somebody. And he made it work. So solid hold. They did end up throwing the smokes out, but yeah. The only reason you wouldn't want to throw smokes at A if you wanted to take it is just so you wouldn't alert the other team to come and stack it, or to counter nade. But versus an eco, it's kind of like
they shouldn't really have these
guns
nades
after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it coming from, like, maybe mind game the CTs to just sneak on in to the likes of Tetris or something and try and catch them unawares. But here comes the force push in from Innocent, and he's going to land the headshot onto Crystal. That's an AWP, I think, was dropped as well. So if they can get their hands on that and put it to work, then there's every chance that maybe Lounge Gaming have a chance, but that's not the case. Innocent was the first to frag and the last to be killed, and Penta have taken a 2-round lead. That is 6 out of 7 rounds on their CT half.
Yeah. There was like a dip into the smoke there. They wanted to go in through that jungle smoke, kill the opper, and then I guess come back out into A. I don't know if they wanted to go through B. Maybe it would have been really funny if they jumped out window.
Jumped out window. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't even think that would have been that bad, but I think they got half their job done. But I guess the idea is get the off into someone's hands and hope that person gets like 3 kills or something.
Well, I mean, Sparrow got him that op. Maybe could have changed something. He was pretty nuts in the first half on that CT side. As a smoke will go down in the connector, but it's just at the bottom, so this is a smoke that honestly can just get you killed a lot easier than keeping you alive, I guess, would be the other alternative there. Basically, that smoke just gets you killed, and as he tries to pop flash through that flash, of course, alerting players to watch, of course, dodging the flash, but then to watch, and Sparrow will take him down, so Tabson's out. And Lounge Gaming have found themselves that opening pick with 50 seconds on the clock here. Oh, but Sparrow goes down. Struxy's still in the ladder room and in a position where he can still find another kill, but will be denied by Lord. Crystal, though, has hit an op shot. And perhaps another is up on... Oh, Flash didn't go out the window. I think that's what he wanted. Had a sense they were coming up cat, and they were, but Lord is backed off with 6 HP to come through the window and might just fall prey to Tassin.
Looks like Penta going to get outmaneuvered here. Crystal, what a shot that is. That's the bomb down as well. 20 seconds, going to re-peek it. Spots a player to his right-hand side, is looking for the flicks. Switches to his 5-7, lands the headshot through the smoke. And suddenly it's all on me. And there's Crystal again.
Wow.
4 frags in the round, picks up the last 3 players, and gives Penta Sports 13-10 lead. What a shot that was on the bomb carrier.
Yeah, what a shot. Just drop the hammer on him. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
I was going to say, that's drop the hammer is the perfect for the down flicks.
Yeah. So much force. That's it was so important. And then he just got the other 2 kills with just like, you know, just plays, dude. Even ended up using the smoke to his advantage when originally it was just like a fake flash.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Launders, but Crystal's already engaged to Metuz, so looks like you missed out.
Yeah, they both offered up, but
Maybe you can find him on one of those affair websites that I hear are really secure.
What can I say?
I'll find him. I'm gonna find him on Ashley Madison.
Yeah, probably find him on Ashley Madison. He's not happy with Metuz.
I'm just a sucker for the 1-digs and the full blue 5-7 that he has. I am in love.
His M9's pretty blue too.
Mm-hmm.
You want M9?
I got a sapphire bayonet, Vince.
Oh man, is it possible for me to cheat on?
Yeah,
Crystal
wait, no,
Arena?
Launders.
I
will
mean,
you
on
marry
Ashley
me?
Madison.
And then when we get divorced, I can take half of your sapphire.
Thing is, though, I actually don't think that I'll
Yeah, you can have
marry
the
you,
handle.
Mohan, because you didn't. Oh my goodness, you didn't even remind us to make predictions. So I'm done with you.
No, he
I
pans it out.
I said after you mentioned that CS:GO launch had a tough time on T side, I kind of didn't even know what my prediction would be, so I said I didn't want to make one now, and I can see why.
Wow.
Like they are struggling.
Have you noticed anything in particular as to why, Launders? Because I really do struggle to figure out what it is. Like, there's clearly issues, but to put your finger on exactly what it is typically really difficult to do in CS.
It's it seems like they don't have like anything but like a very, very standard mid take. Like Penta's mid take was like way better, and they still only got 6 rounds. So there's something to be said about that. Also, they were going up against, you know, 2 ops and an auto setup. You know, there's a lot of rounds that were really hard for any terrorist team to win. And Lounge right now just I don't think have anything special going on. Like that round bled so late into it that Speedy was able to large flank. That's just like a bad sign that, you know, you're working a default every round. They know you're not pushing, and they're able to hold mid as well. I think a couple of bad decisions as well on top of that, I mean, can really factor into a half going the wrong way without there being too many rounds that you can account for. Like them coming up that eco round. You know, if they did a full execute and had their guns out, they would have a much better chance to win the round, even if it was a stack. But instead, kind of risked it on trying to hit shots versus so many open angles. And so maybe there was just some bad decision making in that situation. Maybe it was not having the foresight of knowing that it was going to be a save round. So yeah, I think in a sense it might be leadership. But here is what could be the last round.
Yep, a lot falling down to Lord right now as he eats a flash. Maybe he's not the Cookie Monster, but the Flash Monster, because he gobbled that thing right up. And Tabson over the stairs will be able to shoot him down. So that's going to be 16-10 in the books, and certainly round 4 of the second half was a critical one. Well, I guess the round after it, round 5, was the critical one. That really hurt their chances when they got upset like that by that full eco of the CTs.
Mm-hmm. I think this is more interesting though, moving into Lounge's map as opposed to the other way around. So there, I guess, still is hope for them, and I think we all feel like they're going to split maps here. I can see that happening.
I actually would want to see Penta win, just because at this point, like, neither of these teams have won 2-0, right? Like, that kind of has to hurt your confidence. And obviously, at this point, Penta's the only team of the two that could win 2-0 right now. So, like, I kind of want to see one of these teams actually get a win. But, yeah, I would have expected this series to have a high likelihood of splitting maps.
This is one of Lounge Gaming's best maps, if not their best map, and one that Penta Sports struggle on. So, I would go alongside what Launders said. I think this is going to split. It's kind of a prediction that we made at the start as well. That being said, though, they did really struggle on the T half. I said that I feel the T half is pretty weak, but that was even weaker than I would normally expect. So, I don't know. I would probably, if it is going to go 2-0, well, obviously it can't go 2-0 for Lounge Gaming anymore, but I would say there's a pretty good chance that maybe Penta could sneak away with this map as well. And this is also something we haven't mentioned, kind of a battle at the bottom of the leaderboard. I think it's 8th plays 10th. So both these teams are trying to make sure they don't fall into the relegation battle as well. So this would be a huge win for Penta.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very sad to see these two teams be in that battle, but
I think Penta's had to go through the pro placement for every season of CEVO they've been involved in since we started with the Pro League. I mean, they started off really well last season.
Early
and it fell
into the
apart
season,
completely with their roster instability when Mousesports, of course, was starting to form up and took away some of their players.
Coming into the season at the beginning, it just seemed like, oh, they're doing pro placement, but they're also going to be one of the top teams in the season, and then suffer pretty much ever since then from roster changes. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, especially since they even prior to the pro leagues, like they had played in the major, so things were looking up and up.
I wonder how what Crystal feels like. He's been there through everything. Kind of just like one with Penta at this point, but can, in my opinion, play on any team. What he feels like, what his thoughts are on his place in the game, and how much you do at some point start thinking like how much longer do I want to play? Is it going to get any better? And some of it does come down to luck. Some of it does come down to motivation. But I think the motivation comes with having a good team and also having a stable roster. So I wonder how it feels being in his position, being so talented. I mean, he's not the only one on the team, but I'd say he's definitely one of the only players out there who's never been. I feel like he could be on a team that could finish top at semis in a major, and hasn't really gotten anywhere close to that.
All right, well, map 2 coming up, guys. We'll see what's going to happen if Crystal won't drop bombs here on Cash. And if Penta can't take this 2-0, or if Lounge will, of course, fight back and keep the runnings even closer near the bottom of the Pro League. Because Lounge actually have a lot of games to make up. They could maybe finish a bit higher than we would suspect. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll be seeing a lot of them over the next couple of days. But Cash coming up next here, CEVO MLG Pro League. I'm Helium, with me